Today I'm with Flaco and Flaca. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, the purpose of my channel is prevention through awareness. I explained that by you guys having the courage to share your story, you guys could help a youngster out there from coming out here to begin with. So Flaco, how long have you been homeless out here in Phoenix?
About 2.5, 3 years now.
Flaca?
About 2 years.
And what happened 2 years ago to cause you folks to come out to the streets?
Well, the fact of, well, everybody know the Corona. When Corona hit COVID, you know, I lost my job and the apartment, being in one place for 6 years, and we lost it all.
Yeah, because we're actually a couple. We used to live over on like the high parts of Phoenix, really wealthy, I want to say. And we have 2 daughters. And when Corona hit, I lost my job first, and then he was holding up the house and that. And then he lost his job, and then so with unemployment coming in, it wasn't enough between both of us. And then, you know, with watching our daughters and that, and going to the labor system, and it would just all fell apart. And then my little brother died actually, of out here on the streets, and so that just caved in everything. I was just done, basically trying.
I just lost my mom too. Recently, about like 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
My condolences for the loss of your brother, and my condolences for the loss of your mother. Definitely heartache with that. So prayers to you guys going through that. I asked you earlier, I explained that 95% of the people that I interview out here are doing blues, counterfeit fentanyl pills. You guys mentioned that you guys don't use that. How do you guys stay away from that?
Well, watching everybody, you know what I mean, what they go through. It's just how everybody goes through them, you know what I mean? The withdrawals, the pain, that's real pain. Everybody got to fake through, and it's an easy high. That's what it is, but go through that pain is like unbearable. I'd rather get shot or anything else than go through that withdrawal.
Well, I don't lie, so I didn't say I didn't do them. I just said, you know, I do something. But I guess within that, like within being in the group, and like especially being out here, you just so happen to do, like, you know, you try every drug, and you know, just get addicted to one thing mostly. So
to the cheapest thing that'll get you high.
I can't say I stay away from him or anything, but I don't know. It's basically like his headstrong, like saying no to him, and I have to go along with him.
Okay, so you choose to stay away from them, and
basically it's time to time, yeah.
Okay, that's
just
a good
being
thing.
Away from people, you know what I mean? If you gotta stay with certain groups, stay away. But so many people out here, man. Everybody talks to everybody.
Yeah,
it's not the same. Ain't the same at all.
Absolutely. Just in this area, there's just hundreds of people just in this area, right?
Yeah,
and
a lot.
Absolutely, it's just too many, I think. And what's the youngest person that you folks have seen out in the streets?
Youngest about 13, same age, 13.
Yeah, I want to say about 14, 15. There was actually a couple, and the girl was pregnant. She was about 13, 14 years old, and she got big out here too. And heard that the CPS people took the baby away and all that. But yeah, I would say 13, 14 years old.
And how does that make you feel to see such youth out here just kind of wasting away their lives and just making the wrong decision?
Man, where's the parents at? That's what I'm understanding. Why they actually give up? Like, see, I'm 29 years old. I can understand my parents don't be stepping in and stuff like that, but a parent's always a parent. But I will not let my child be 12, 13 years old on the streets, not even one day out of the night.
But still, you can't say that because you can't say that though, because you don't know. Because I mean, we have 2 daughters.
Yeah, but they're not 13.
Our daughters is little, you're young, so you never know what could happen. I mean, you know, so you can't be mad at the parents in that. But it sucks, you know, because some of them do have a lot of talent, and it hurts. You know, I try to talk to them in that because you know, I'm a little older. I'm 24, and so there's a lot of young girls that do come to me, you know, to talk to me in that, to vent and all that. And I do tell them, you know, to get off the streets, but you know, just drugs.
It's hard because we're still there, you know?
Too. Especially getting off the streets itself is hard. Yeah.
Have you guys tried any resources such as shelters, treatment centers, anything at all?
Yeah, we tried and everything. There's just a lot of places that are real judgmental, especially being young. they look at us as, nah, they're just here just to stop real quick or stuff like that, when we actually want to be there. I mean, we actually went to what's it called?
Copper Springs.
Copper
They had
Springs.
us in the waiting room for like 4 or 5 hours, and we were thinking that we were gonna get a place, or not a place, but I guess they watch you as you detox to make sure like you're okay, and they give you medicine so that you're not hurting in that. And we sat there for 4 or 5 hours, and then
Came back if we don't got insurance.
well, he didn't have insurance, but they recommended me to a different place. That was the thing. They said that we don't take you here, but you can go to this place. I was like, what the heck? Like, it didn't make sense. But that was just one place, and then we haven't been to no shelters. I don't know, because I've heard a lot of bad things about shelters. So it's just me personally, like with the women's situation, like men just take advantage and all that. So I was always scared to go to shelters. But other than that, I mean, churches really help a lot, I would say.
It's going to be 115 degrees today. How do you stay hydrated and cool so that you don't get ill from the heat?
A lot of water cups. You walk around with your water jug.
Yeah.
You're trying to find the most shade we can. And to give advice, being on the streets, like, I know it's hard to be anywhere because people don't like seeing a group of people being in front of stores and next to stores or anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Just
one
keep
thing
it
I won't do.
clean.
I mean, like, I love my people out here, but I won't be in a group of, like, people. Me and Flaco, we always go somewhere else, to chill or something. Or, like, somebody wants to come hang out with us, we're always somewhere else. Because that's whenever somebody swoops up. And usually, like, we're in the shade and all that, or in, like, the grassy areas. Or we hustle up some money and, like, we go out to eat the Subway or something. And we try to stay in that place for so long, Cause,
Use up that 60 minutes of being inside the store.
Yeah, like the longest period we can. They have to kick us out. Yeah.
What are your plans for your future?
Getting off these streets, man. Going back to school, finish college, because we graduated from high school. That's the one thing we did. Just going back to college and actually trying to finish something instead of starting something and not finishing it. That's the problem. But trying to get our family back together. That's the main thing. That's a lot.
With me growing up, I always wanted to go to, I want to say college, but be a counselor for young people. Because I was one of those ones that, my mom was a drug addict, and she was on the streets and that. And so I would say I'm like this, I guess, because, following her footsteps, the apple don't go real far from the tree or some shit like that. Or, yeah. But, so that's why I think I'm out here, and that's why I want to be a counselor for young kids. So my hopes is to find a way to get off the streets, find a stable home, and to get into that, counseling and all that, and get counseling for myself first off.
Flaca, this is a way of doing that, because right now you're talking directly to those young people that recently started. There's a lot of youngsters like that 14-year-old you mentioned, right? That they're young, but they're trying to live a fast life, but they don't understand that they're
killing themselves.
They're going to a fast grave. They don't understand that there's people that are passing away left and right at a very early age because of just poor decisions and no support. And people just need to talk to them, counsel them. People like you guys, because you guys are older, right? So you guys are seeing it out here. There's really nothing out here for people, right? Out of curiosity, where are your daughters at?
With my aunt.
Okay, so at least they're with family, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys see them often, talk to them often?
Yeah, but I always make sure I'm 100%, like my mind is like clear of anything, I did all my drugs like last night, and then I wake up the next morning and I go see them. Because I don't want them to see me like that. Because most of their lives, I was a good mom, I just messed up last year, I would say a year and a half. That's how fast time goes by, because you think it's like a year ago, but no, it was actually like 3 years ago now. My brother's been gone that long too, and it's like, damn, he was only 15 years old. But yeah, I make sure I go, clear-headed.
People definitely lose track of time. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I spoke to a young man. I said, what year is it? He said January 2016. And he's just lost, right? And so that's the tragedy out here, that it sucks you in, and before you know it, a year's passed by, 2 years passed by, 3 years passed by, and you guys are looking for treatment, looking for help, and another year passes by, tragedy after tragedy. And who's suffering? The family, the kids, right?
Yeah, that's what I realized, that the family suffers a lot more. Like my mom, she's going through a lot of heartache already with my brother, and like she sees me out here, and she knows that now I want to get, you know, better. I want to get help, but it's like it's just so hard because all I know is this, like, I don't know. And then I think like, oh, I don't want to miss this, I don't want to miss that, like, you know, I gotta be awake, like, but I really don't. There's nothing to miss. Like, there's nothing out here for us. Like, there's really not.
Ain't nothing out here for nobody.
Because once you look back at it, it's like, look at all the people you went to high school with, you know, look how far they're in life. You think this is the fast life, like, nah, like, look how much they're moving, look how fast they're moving in their life. People that didn't choose this life, you know.
Because your parents yelled at you because you couldn't leave the house for a party or something. I'd rather been home with my mom and dad. At least being at home. You know what I mean? Being grounded. Being inside the house means a lot of difference now knowing being outside. Because, look, it's 115 degrees. Inside the house it could be 76 degrees. I'd rather be doing that with watching TV.
If we knew then what we know now, right?
Yeah.
And so
exactly.
that's what we're trying to let the youngsters know. Respect your parents. Respect their authority.
No, don't hurt. No does not hurt.
Absolutely. When somebody offers you something, it's okay to say no.
Yep.
You don't have to follow the crowd, right?
You don't have to follow nobody because your homie's doing it, or you even saw your big brother or sister or something. If you don't feel like it, you know inside, there's no point.
Absolutely.
There's no point because at the end of the day, it's just you. It's just you.
Yeah, more so you'll be the one that everybody looks at because you're the one doing different. You know, you're saying no, so it's like, oh, okay, you know, I want to try that one because that's, you know, she seems cool because she's not doing what everybody else is doing, you know.
Absolutely.
You could be sick by yourself in the hospital, dying yourself.
Yep.
It's just you and your mom and your dad's watching you or your loved ones.
Yep. Flaca, I'm gonna say thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys opening up and sharing your story. I'm hoping that somebody watches this out there and will decide to stay away and just say no.
Just
right?
say no.
And stay
no.
with your family, stay with your parents, and don't go out on the street because there's nothing out there for you. Also, I'm going to give you my card with my number on there so you can call me if you ever need a ride, go to treatment. If you need somebody to talk to, please call me. I'm gonna go grab you some lunch. Lunch has been donated by my subscribers. So again, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you. Please stay safe. Please seek treatment. Please get better so that you can return to your daughters who need you, okay? I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.